So Nomura recently confirmed that the entire intro to Kingdom Hearts 3 is meant to represent Sora's state of mind after the ending, so after... Kairi?
You were so close!
Now Sora's whereabouts are currently unknown. The only hint we have is the secret ending with him in Shibuya, but we don't know how much time there is between Sora disappearing and Sora waking up in Shibuya. Not only that, but the Master of Masters himself is in Shibuya, and 4 of the 5 foretellers have reappeared in the Keyblade Graveyard with Lushu. The game suggests that the next saga is going to involve a fight where we face off against all the foretellers, Lushu, and the Master, but strangely enough, there's only one white piece. The white pieces represent the protagonist, and that white piece is of course Sora. But why? Wouldn't Sora have the support of his newfound team, the complete Guardians of Light? Or at least Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Riku, or Kairi? And why was the Master making a heart symbol with his hands in Shibuya? How will the events play out in this new saga? How are all these points and questions related to the intro of Kingdom Hearts 3? I will answer all these questions and connect all the different plot points in my Kingdom Hearts 4 Heartblade theory. Since Kingdom Hearts 3 was released and the epilogue and secret ending were revealed, people have been speculating how this new saga will turn out with its story and eventual final battle. Lots of people, myself included, have been theorizing on what it is the Master wants. So here's what I think, and this theory ties in some plot points from my Kingdom Hearts virus theory, so maybe after this you guys can go watch that theory. Back in the Age of Fairy Tales, the Master wanted to rid most of the Keyblade wielders using the Keyblade War to do the job, and set up events that would lead to a second Keyblade War. While the virus theory dealt with things happening in Sora's world line, this theory will see things in the Shibuya world line and what happens after KH3. The Master leaves his world line and enters a new world line where Yozora lives and has big plans for that place. I suspect his plans involve ruling over both the Yozora world line and his own world line. How he plans to do that is by acquiring amazing power that he doesn't yet possess. A power that would make someone an unstoppable force. He plans on acquiring a keyblade, but not the keyblade that we all know, a brand new blade. One that will reshape Yozora's world line to how he sees fit. You may be wondering, how could the Master make a brand new keyblade that's different from the original we have seen, but I have an explanation for that. Remember, in Kingdom Hearts 3, after the Guardians and Seekers had clashed, they formed a key. Each key was the no-name Keyblade, and if 13 were made, they could be fused together to make the Keyblade. It would be very similar, except instead of having 13 clashes to form 13 no-names to make this Keyblade, there will be 7 clashes with a specific Keyblade to forge this new blade. What would these specific Keyblades be? Would it be Sora and Mickey's Keyblades? Would it be Riku's, Kairi's, Roxas, Aqua, Ven's? No. I think it's the Foretellers' Keyblades. Those Keyblades were made by the Master so that they would eventually work together to clash with something to make the new blade. Why the Foretellers' Keyblades? Because the Master made all the keychains for the Keyblades implanted with his gazing eye. It's like a brand for his Keyblades for a specific purpose. These Keyblades were made and passed down to the Master's apprentices. All the Keyblades were linked to one of the 7 Deadly Sins representatives, and as such, he renamed his apprentices to have their names match the sins that the Keyblade represents. Ira's Keyblade is tied to the Dragon Sin of Wrath, however, for Kingdom Hearts it's a unicorn. Envy's Keyblade is tied to the Serpent Sin of Envy, Aced's Keyblade is tied to the Bear Sin of Sloth, Ava's Keyblade is tied to the Fox's Sin of Greed, Gula's Keyblade is tied to the Leopard or Boar Sin of Gluttony, and Lushu's Keyblade is tied to the Goat Sin of Lust. But what about the 7th Sin, the Lion Sin of Pride? I think that Keyblade is tied to the box. Yes, according to this theory, the Lion Keyblade is in the box, and it will be wielded by either the Master of Masters or Sora. There's a scenario for this Keyblade being wielded by either character. If it is wielded by the Master, then it would be like Sora going up against a complete set of Gazing Eye branded Keyblades that will form this new ultimate blade. I can see the Keyblade belonging to the Master for this very reason. However, I can also see Sora wielding it, which in my opinion is more likely. it would be a clash between 6 normal Gazing Eye Keyblades and 1 powerful Gazing Eye Keyblade. Also, let's not forget that each Gazing Eye Keyblade is tied to an animal, as I have previously shown, and Sora would be linked to the lion. I think this because, thinking about Sora personality-wise, he is the complete opposite of prideful. He is actually the embodiment of humility, the opposite of the lion sin. And let's not forget that in the first stages of development for Kingdom Hearts, Sora was meant to be a human-lion hybrid. That lion blade is connected to him, and I think that is why the chess game with Xehanort and Ericus only shows Sora going up against the foretellers. He is the only component necessary to make the Master's plan successful. When the clashes happen between Sora and the foretellers, they will reveal the components to this new blade. Hearts. The hearts tied to the foretellers' keyblades and Sora's heart. Remember, the foretellers' keyblades were made by the Master when he essentially extracted the essence of their heart to form keyblades. So these keyblades have a link to certain people's hearts. Once 7 are made, they forge the new ultimate blade, and I dubbed this blade the Heart Blade. Instead of the Keyblade being forged from keys and being made and fused together, the Heart Blade will be forged from the hearts of people fused together. The Master would acquire the Heart Blade and attempt to reshape Yozora and his own world line to what he wants. Having a powerful Keyblade like this, nothing could stand against him, except for one thing: the Keyblade, which is currently owned by Sora. Some people may be thinking that's not possible. The Guardians closed Kingdom Hearts, and yes, it was closed, but it's not gone in the realm of darkness, nor was the Keyblade destroyed after the war. The last time we see the Keyblade, it was in Sora's hands, and he used it to close Kingdom Hearts. So maybe Sora is still in possession of it, but still chooses to use his Kingdom Key. We've seen before someone possessing 2 Keyblades separately. Even in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora was in possession of his own Keyblade as well as the Master Keeper Keyblade until he beat Aqua and gave it back to her. Further evidence for this is at the very end of the Kingdom Hearts 3 intro at around this point. Everything in the intro before dealt with how Sora perceived and felt about all the events of the past and Xehanort's actions. But at around this point, Sora begins to look at himself. He perceives himself as all alone after disappearing, but sees Xehanort's chess piece in his right hand. The Keyblade was passed down from Xehanort to Sora, so Sora could be seeing this as how he now holds a piece of Xehanort that was passed down to him. Sora, remembering this, uses the power of the Keyblade and Kingdom Hearts to save himself from complete death. I think he would also use Kingdom Hearts' power to save him because he realizes that Kingdom Hearts doesn't necessarily have to be seen as a bad thing. It's just a matter of who is using its power. In the intro, at the end, we see dark clouds swirling around Kingdom Hearts, but then the sky turns normal, and you can see on the reflection of the floor that Kingdom Hearts is still there. Sora would use Kingdom Hearts to save himself from death and ends up in Shibuya. I think him waking up in Shibuya and the last moments of the intro are connected because Xehanort's piece is in his right hand. But when Sora wakes up, he first looks at his left hand, more than likely because that was a hand he was holding Kairi's hand with, but then he looks at his right hand, the same hand holding Xehanort's chess piece. It's really quick and subtle, but at the shot where you see Sora's reflection in a puddle, looking at the angle, he is clearly looking at his right hand. I'm guessing the Master is aware of someone using Kingdom Hearts recently, because when we see him in the secret ending, he first forms a box with his hand, more than likely to symbolize the black box, that he knows has recently reappeared with Lushu, and is going to further Lushu's role involving him. Then he forms a heart, knowing that Kingdom Hearts is still around and has been used. After Sora ends up in Shibuya, the Guardians probably go after Sora to help him out in any way, whether it is to fight the Master of Masters or pick Sora up, and they would all come at different points. So then who would be the first Guardian to show up? I know people would guess Riku since he is the only other character in the secret ending, but I think it's Kairi. I say this because looking at the intro frame by frame, Kairi is the first to appear, and then Riku right after, and then the Wayfinder trio along with Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, and then lastly the Sea Salt trio. All these characters appear on the Kingdom Hearts 3 box art, but the only character who doesn't appear is Naminé, and probably because of spoiler reasons. Not only that, but the Kingdom Hearts 3 box art is a real-life location. I was able to use this image I found that shows the location of the Master of Masters, Sora, Riku, and Yozora during the secret ending that also shows the location of the Kingdom Hearts 3 box art. And I found out that the characters are in Shibuya at the Docomo Tower. So maybe the box art of Kingdom Hearts 3 serves as a hint to what happens after Kingdom Hearts 3. And not only that, but remember that Nomura said that the black things on the Docomo Tower are actually robed figures? Well, maybe those are the foretellers in Lushu. The box art represents Sora and all of his friends grouping up together in Shibuya and being ready to face the foretellers. With all this stated, Sora is still going to be the only component necessary to make the Heart Blade, and will end the saga with a battle between the Master Masters with the Heart Blade and Sora with the Keyblade. Now, how do I think the Heart Blade will look? What kind of powers will I think it will have? That's completely up for debate. I would definitely love to see someone make a drawing or some sort of animation for what they think the Heart Blade would look like. I would definitely love to see it. I'll definitely feature in the community page on my channel. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a really hard theory to make, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter and my Twitch. This has been Noir Low Bomber, and I'm out.